On our special segment of Profit Intelligence, we put the spotlight on Balkrishna Industries. The stock has been underperforming versus Nifty Auto Index, which has been the best sectoral gainer in 2025. What has been dragging the stock? Will the counter see any upside soon? Varsha is here with all the intelligence on this.
Well, thank you so much for that. So, if you see Nifty Auto has gained almost 17% since August 1, and majority of the stocks, auto stocks, have also given over 20% returns from the likes of, Maruti, Eicher, Hero Moto, TVS Motors. But this one stock, that is Balkrishna Industries, if you see since August 1, it's down almost 2 to 3%. Now, let's see what are the key triggers for this underperformance when it comes to Balkrishna Industries. Number one is, of course, the tariff impact, because 40% of the tariff has been borne by the company, which will eventually impact now their margins. So, as of Q1 FY26, 40% is borne by Balkrishna Industries, and 15% of revenue comes from the US market. So, one is tariff impact. The second is higher India mix. So, if you see 35% of business comes from India, that is from domestic market, which is a margin dilutive for them, and it has an impact on gross margin. The next key trigger, which is actually impacting Balkrishna Industries, if I were to talk about, is the weak European demand. Now, we all know the headwinds that Europe market is facing, and because of higher input costs, the demand is getting impacted, and there's been a weak farmer sentiment, and there's no near-term revival which is expected. So, weak European demand is the other trigger for Balkrishna Industries, which is not working in favor of them. The most important thing over here is the diversification drive. So, Balkrishna Industries have diversified into, so they make off-highway tires. Now, they are going into truck and bus radial and passenger car radial tires. Now, what is the issue there? One is, this is a low margin business. You have a lot of companies into this market, so there's a lot of competitors already present into this market, and company expanding into this segment creates an uncertainty, and investors don't like this uncertainty. And Balkrishna Industries is expecting 5% of market share into this segment by FY30, which seems quite impossible or quite difficult. So this is the main reason why investors are not liking Balkrishna Industries. While analysts on the street have -1% return estimate, so they are also not bullish. But onto the valuation, if I were to talk about current valuation, if you see current P is around 33x, 1 year forward is 25, last 5 years average is at 30x. So not much a premium valuation that the Balkrishna Industries has got. But everything is not bad about this company. Let's talk about some positive impact also. Onto the tariff, all competitors have this tariff impact, and the pricing gap remains similar post tariff. And management, when it comes to EBITDA margin, they have given guidance of almost 24 to 25% of EBITDA margin for FY26. Even for FY25, they did almost 25% of margin. And the GST, the 2.2, the new GST revision will actually boost up demand for Balkrishna Industries. So overall, I think the diversification drive that the company has done is, investors are uncertain about that expansion.
Diversification is something which is making it a downer. Thank you, Varsha, for all of that. In fact, a quick question with regards to Aditya on this. Balkrishna tires are underperformer versus the entire auto pack, which has been buzzing in trade. Would you be a buyer? Do you see a recovery on this one?
So tires is a very competitive business. Balkrishna Industries is coming out of the off-market business that they've got into the retail business, and I don't know how that will play out. So from that perspective, rather than betting on a tire company, auto ancillaries continue to be my top picks. Something like an RSCL Geartech, or something like a Motherson. Those companies look really very interesting. For that matter, Sona Comstar also, although it is embroiled into a problem, that also looks really very interesting.